So today I'm going to be showing you how to create this reindeer look using all MAC Cosmetics. I'll show you all the products used as well. So starting off as a base for the eyes, as per usual, I'm going to be using MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I'm going to be buffing that on the entire eyelid as well as quite far underneath because we will be taking shadow quite low. I'm going to be using this Semi-Sweet palette by MAC and using medium brown just through the brows and kind of feathering it through with an angled brush. I'm also going to be using a fluffy brush and taking this through the front of the brow, slightly more onto the lid to give a bit of a sculpture. And then I'm going to be taking a white eyeliner called Fascinating and just masking out the cut crease. I will be leaving all the product names down below so it's a little bit easier as well. I'm going to be taking this dark brown from the palette and I'm going to be taking that basically on the line that we just mapped out with the eyeliner with a little angled brush. Once you have your shape, you just want to then blend that same colour just a little bit higher using a pencil brush and slowly fade it out into the skin. I'm going to be taking a mineralised skin finish in a deeper colour and also using that to blend out our harsh line as well. I'm going to be using the colour White Frost, which is a shimmery white shadow, and I'm going to be highlighting the brow bone with that. Next I'm going to be taking a matte black from the palette and I'm just going to go really close to that line just so it's really sharp and defined and has the deepest colour towards the sharpest part of the line. I'm then going to be using Soft Ochre again. I'm just going to really carve out that shape and make sure it's nice and perfect. And then I'm going to set the lid using White Frost again so it's nice and matte, not matte, but white and shimmery, sorry. Make it pop, girl. When that's all set, we're just kind of going to be working on the lower part of the eye now. And I'm going to be, again, mapping that out and filling in the waterline with Fascinating pencil. You're basically creating a new eye shape that's quite animated and large. So this eyeliner will help you achieve that because it's very white and bright. And then you want to set that with White Frost to keep with the shimmery white theme for the rest of the eye. And that will stop the creamy pencil moving as well. Next I'm going to be taking a medium warm brown from that palette. And I'm going to be doing basically the same we did on the upper line as well as on the bottom. So you want to mask it out and carve it out with the angle brush and that colour. And then we're going to slowly blend it outwards as well. But you just want to get the rough shape and then blend it all. Using that angle brush will give you quite a sharp line. I really made sure to wing it out in the inner and outer corner, as you can see. Next I'm just going to clean up under that line a little bit. And then we're going to be using Studio Fix Fluid. This was quite a light shade. This was in NW13, I believe. And I'm just going to be dotting this on the face and blending it basically onto the rest of the skin to give a flawless look. This is a very full coverage foundation, so you can totally layer it. I'm then going to be using Prolong Wear Concealer in NW15. I'm going to be applying that under the eyes to just really get a flawless look in the centre. And I'm using a sponge just to blend this in. This sponge was damp with Fix Plus. Next I'm going to be setting that all with Studio Fix powder in the corresponding colour. And I'm pressing it in with the sponge just to get a really flawless coverage. These reindeers gotta be flawless. Just adding a bit of moisture with the Fix Plus, and I'm going back to that warm brown again and then doing the same like we did on top and just blending out with a more fluffy brush. Now we have our foundation, we can kind of blend it into that. I did kind of take the inner corner quite far down the nose and then the outer corner quite towards the temple. You'll kind of see me do that slowly. Next I'm going to go back to that mineralised powder again, the warm one, and just really blend it down the nose like I said. I'm going to kind of be shaping the nose, almost doing a very harsh contour. I'm going to take that dark brown now, and we're just going to really carve against that shape and really get up close, just like we did on the top. Basically repeating the top to the bottom. This angle brush was a lifesaver in this because we're creating very sharp lines. So you kind of want to place the colour with the angle brush and then blend it with a fluffy brush. Again, going back to that warm brown, and we're just blending it all out. Kind of just working on that shape really, back and forth. Next you want to go in with the black. And you just want to get really up close to that line, giving it that final little bits of depth. Going back to that mineralized powder. And again, just doing that final blend. There's a lot of back and forward blending, to be honest. I kind of flipped out the front of the brow a little bit more as well. Just along that entire shape. Cut crease in. Back to the warm brown. I'm really doing it along the temples and just kind of almost giving it a bit of a harsh contour on the temples. Make sure you don't lose out that shape though. As you can see, we're very chatty when we do makeup. Now I'm using the colour Brown Script, which is a bit more of a deeper brown. Still matte, and I'm just going to add in a little bit more depth to all the areas of the face, especially the nose. You can see it's getting a little bit more harsh now as we're going in with the darker colours. I just really wanted to blend the lower part of the eye just so it's not so separated, and I wanted to kind of blur it into the rest of the skin / fur, because we're creating fur almost. Next you want to go back to the dark brown, and I'm just going to create some hair-like strokes at the front of the brow using an angled brush. Just gives a little bit more hair-like texture, as she is a fluffy reindeer. Going back to mineralize, and we're going to be using this on the cheeks with a fluffy brush to add some depth and dimension. I apologise if this isn't the best quality filming. It was done on an iPhone, as I didn't bring my camera with me to do this. I also went under the lip a little bit, and then I'm also going to be using Brown Script on the face as well, just to go in a little bit deeper into the deeper areas. Don't forget to do the jawline as well. I don't think I've ever seen a chubby reindeer. Not that Lauren is chubby, but I just want to really slim the face. I'm using my favourite ever liner. This is called Brushstroke Black by MAC, of course, because it's all by MAC. And I'm going to be creating a really dramatic wing liner, kind of joining up to that outer corner line. And then I kind of created an inner corner flick in between the white shape. You'll kind of see what I mean in the visual pictures. Next, I'm going to be using Match Master concealers, which are in a really nice stick form. And I'm taking the deepest shade and I'm creating these little circle patterns on the outer perimeter of the face. I kind of gone from doing dark and then fading into the light spots in the centre. So I go kind of along the temples, all along the forehead. And then I also do them like on the cheekbone as well, like in the deepest parts. Kind of pointing them in a triangle. And then I'm going with a lighter shade, but keeping the dark brown on my brush to kind of mix the two colours together almost. And then I'm going slightly more in the centre, so it kind of creates a medium brown spot. And then as that's coming off your brush, you kind of want to just use white, and then use the white frost on just the white dots. I believe I just majority used the white frost to create the centre white dots. Just adds dimension as well. And I also use that white frost as a bit of a highlighter. Going back at that brow bone, on that cupid spot, on that nose, creating some chin dots. And then I'm using two liquid lipsticks. One is like a light pink. Like I said, I'll do all the names in the below. And then I create a little heart shape nose. So it's all cute and deer-like. I wanted this to be a pop of colour, so I did kind of keep it like a bright pink. And once you have the shape, you then want to go with the dark pink and kind of fade it from the very tip of the nose up into those points. So it's kind of like creating an ombre. Next I'm going to be using a black paint pot called Blackground, I believe. And I'm going to be taking that on the very tip and just fading into all those pinks to add some dimension. And then I'll go back to that brush stroke back liner. And I'm going to create a little centre point on the tip of the lip. And then join it from the lip to the nose. And then I'm going to outline that little heart nose as well. Just because it keeps with the cartoony theme that we've kind of created. Next we're going to go back with the Pro Longwear Concealer and just kind of blank out the bottom and top lip. I'm going to kind of ombre the lip as well. And then I'm going to just fade some of that light pink into the centre of the lip. And then the dark pink as well. Just on the more so the bottom. And then I'm going to be using that paint pot on the top lip. So I'm just going to be literally tracing the top lip. And I kind of did some little outer corner points as well. There you go, I'm just flicking out the little corners. There's my trainer. And then we're going black to the black matte shadow and just fading it very in the inner corner of the lip. And then I'm just creating some little lashes on the lower lash line to give kind of a more of an animated feel again. I didn't use actual lashes because I feel like it would kind of overpower the work we just did, so I just drew on some fake ones at the bottom, like 3 on each side. You can see down there how cute. And finally, just finish off with some mascara to give those lashes a little bit of something. And you're all done.